Hello and welcome back to yet another Memorabilia Monday. This, of course, is your favorite part about.
Mondays.
I'm John, and with me, as always, is my old man.
This is Bob the Collector.
How you doing today, Collector?
I'm doing great.
That's good. Well, we are 2 weeks removed from the National, and it's been fun to kind of reminisce about all the fun stuff that we got to do, all the great autograph guests we got to meet, fun cards we got to add to our collection, and yeah, it was a good time, even though it was a 24-hour quick
Yeah,
trip,
it's
quick
crazy.
turnaround, but we made it worth it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we got a lot done in those few hours we were there.
So I think everybody's wondering for today's episode of Memorabilia Monday, is it going to be one of those items that you got from the National?
It is not. That be saved for a later episode. This one, if you remember last week's episode and our promise to the viewers, we showed a Viking item and we said that'd be the only time that would happen, and we have to cleanse ourselves with some Packer items. So, the NFL season just around the corner. We're midway through the preseason. Um, so I thought this would be a perfect time to bring out a nice NFL Packer related item.
Okay, okay. Well, you've got a few of those. So,
Yes, I can. Got a few.
which one might this one be?
Well, this was interesting because this also ties a little bit with college football as well, which is coming around the corner. Um, and I did a little bit of research on the internet and found that there is an argument out there, which I didn't realize, about the best defensive back of all time, in particular, Charles Woodson versus Deion Sanders.
Hmm.
Say you're in a Super Bowl, Tom Brady at his prime as a quarterback. You got Jerry Rice as a receiver, or Randy Moss if you think Randy Moss is the number one guy. Who do you want if you're on the opposing team playing defense to cover that receiver? Do you want Deion Sanders? Do you want Charles Woodson?
It's a close race there. I think I take Dion if we're looking, we're playing prime Tom Brady, prime Jerry Rice. So we're getting prime injury free of whoever
Okay.
this player is. I think specifically to cover, I'm taking Dion.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think I'd go with Woodson. He was more of a sure tackler, I believe, and just an all-around defensive player that Dion definitely had the speed, the ball hawking ability, the swagger, if you want to say that definitely plays into it as well when you're playing corner.
Oh yeah.
But I still like Woodson, and I looked at their stats, and who do you think had more interceptions, more tackles, or
Woodson
forced
had more
fumbles?
tackles for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more interceptions, more forced fumbles.
I do remember Woodson in Green Bay. He was just always around the ball, it seemed like. So,
We went to a game, if you remember, maybe you were too young, where he had a pick six. It was great. I think it was against Cincinnati, maybe. Ultimately, the Packers lost that game, which was unfortunate. That was kind of a surprise. But in the first quarter, he had a pick six, which was awesome to see.
yeah. No, I remember Charles Woodson was always my favorite player growing up. Um, Defensive player that won the Heisman too. They
Yeah,
can't do that too often. So
I think that's the only one that's won the
it
Heisman.
is the only one. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, just an all-around fantastic player. So what's the item you have? Uh,
Yeah, so we've shown a full size helmet before of Woodson that we had signed at a show. This one's a jersey, a Packer jersey. It was actually at a Packer game, and they had a booth set up with Packer memorabilia that you could purchase from the Packers. And I got this the Woodson jersey that you're showing right now.
yeah, I guess I didn't remember where this one came from. I knew you had the helmet. I guess I'd forgotten about the jersey, but a really nice, clean looking autograph and
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah, it came out
very
really well.
distinct. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm happy I got it. It was at a reasonable price. It was, yeah, it was there. I didn't expect to buy anything at the Packer game, anything like that, but it was at one of the NFL booths or one of the Packer booths, and they were selling it. And I think that you came with in the Packer program, they had a coupon for percentage off your purchase from this place. So it was nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And last week we asked the question, who would you take, Randy Moss or Jerry Rice? I guess now the question is, depending on your answer last week, who
Yeah,
would you take to cover that receiver. Would you take Charles Woodson or Deion Sanders? Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, let us know who you would prefer in those cases. Me, I'm looking at Woodson. You're a Dion guy, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see the comments.
Well, I mean, and you bring up against prime Tom Brady. Well, Woodson played, Tom Brady in the playoffs and had one of the most memorable plays in the history of the NFL, even though it didn't end up counting. So that's also up for debate
Right, right.
there. Should that
Yeah.
play have counted? And does that change your perspective on Woodson versus Sanders if that play i- is upheld?
Mm, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Woodson had a great game in the Packers Super Bowl in 2010. Unfortunately, he got hurt at the end of the second quarter, but made some great plays in that first half. I think the play that he defended, that he knocked down the pass, was the play that got him injured, but it probably saved a potential touchdown.
It did. It was down the sidelines and it was at the end of the second quarter.
Hmm.
He left after that one, but yeah, that was a heck of a play. And, it's all about the momentum in those games. If they score there, who knows
Oh,
what happens.
knows what happens, right? Yep,
So
exactly.
big time moments. Big time players make big time plays and big time moments. And Charles Woodson certainly showed up time and time again.
Yep, for sure.
All right. Well, I think that wraps up another episode of Memorabilia Monday. We hope you guys enjoyed. Let us know again in the comments, who are you taking to guard Jerry Rice or Randy Moss, Charles Woodson or Deion Sanders? We're curious to find out what you guys have to say. And as always, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to help grow our YouTube channel. It means a lot. And as always, keep it mint.
Keep it Jim Mint, just like these two corners, and you know Charles Woodson, Packers. Yeah, I mean Packers and Charles Woodson. That's Jim Mint to me.
All right. Well, that's episode one of a Packer item to cleanse the internet of using a purple item. So tune in next week to find out what the next Packer item is, and we'll see you
Absolutely.
guys later.
All right, bye.